Is this a microphone? Is this thing on? This is no microphone. This is a dead air Wolverine PBS-1. What am I doing with this? Well, what do I have? Slowly reveal some really heavy 7.62x39mm 220 grain, although you'll see in the stills I measured them a little heavier. Lead round nose Subsonic 7.62x39mm from Detroit Ammunition Company. We'll throw this on the table and tell you what we're going to do today. For our 7.62x39mm testing, we have two barrel lengths. We have our M92 PAP, which is 10.5 inches, and our PSA-K47 GF3, which is a 16-inch. A Pro Chrono digital as always. We place that about 10 to 15 feet depending on how I pace it out. It's 85, 90 degrees outside and actually has become partly cloudy/cloudy, so it's easier on me to stay cool. We're going to check these for bullet stability as well, and if we're stable, we'll throw the Wolverine PBS on there and see how they sound. We're going to run probably a shorter test for velocity since I only have about 60 rounds of these. Without further ado, let's do it. Up first, we'll grab the M92 PAP. This has a 10.5 inch barrel. We have a JMAC Customs RRD4, the original on here. Have an AKT trigger, Vortex spark. I do not know what the point of aim versus point of impact on these much heavier rounds are going to be, so hopefully we don't take out the chronograph. I hope we don't, because I got a lot of stuff to do today. We'll aim a little on the high side. 962. Let me hold this a little different because it didn't act like it wanted to cycle, but it did cycle. It did not. Did not cycle. Now this is the brass offering. They offer a steel case as well, but that was out of stock. This is remanufactured. $974. We'll have to see if the cycling changes once we throw a can on there. $1068. $1089. $1050. So we were subsonic every time, and that's what matters. Again, they may be designed to run with the suppressor on there, so we'll have to get the PBS-1 mounted on there as long as we're stable. And now our 16-inch, this is our PSA-K47 GF3, rocking the RRD4C up front. Got an AKT trigger on here. This is the same gun that I ran the 3,000 round test through. There. $1143. $1083. $1090. $1089. $1177. And that's it. A little supersonic, and again, it's really warm outside today, so the general rule of thumb is 1 degree, 1 foot per second. So if we lose about 25 degrees, we get in that 60 to 70 degree range, you're going to be very close to subsonic on the couple that went super. But otherwise, we got cycling out of the 16-inch, which is a good thing. Would have figured the M92, which I thought was really well over gas, would have cycled those, but good that we got out of the 16-inch. Here are our shots from the M92. Those are good, clean holes. Here are our shots from the 16-inch as well. Good, clean holes. Very impressive. Point of aim, point of impact seems pretty identical with this heavier subsonic stuff versus the standard supersonic. Again, this is only at 25 yards. We'll probably back up to 50 and see if we have any different results. Our Detroit Ammo Co. 220 grain lead round nose at 50 yards with minimal to no wind. Our Palmetto State Armory GF3, 1.23 inches. Pretty impressive. We'll slow down on this next group. I'm starting to run out of ammunition, but we'll see if we can improve on this at all. It's about 90 degrees, little to no wind today. Hot, very hot. We're gonna go ahead and try and see if adding the PBS-1 to our M92 gets us some cycling with our subsonic. We've staggered subsonic, supersonic, repeating, just so you can kind of hear that sound difference. I'll take really slow shots, make sure there's no echoes. We're just firing into a dirt backstop at about 25 yards. Cycling, and it's pretty quiet too. A lot less gas to the face with the subsonic versus the supersonic, but if you're slow firing, it's not too bad. You can tell that last one went super. While we're testing this round, we'll test this in ballistics gel. I'm guessing because of its length and speed, it's going to tumble. Hopefully we can catch it in the block, unlike the Brown Bear subsonic. Velocity 1202, and I think it still went outside of the block. This top one right here is our Detroit Ammo Co. Pretty much go about 8 inches and we start to get tumbling. Rather large cavity, that is a long bullet. It leaves our gel block, and sorry about the sun, right down there is the mark. And if I can get the gimbal to go the right way, there down right there is where the bullet went off into Neverland. So lots of penetration, and because of the speed and bullet design, it's going to just basically tumble. Well folks, that concludes another standard ammunition test out here at the lovely range. We had better than average AK accuracy with our Detroit Ammunition Company Subsonics. As far as our gel results go, typical of what we saw in the Brown Bear, this long, solid, pretty much tumbled in our ballistics gel. So if you're looking for a very deep penetrating round, this will do it for you. As far as reliability goes, we had perfect cycling the entire time in the 16-inch. We went super a couple times, but otherwise they stayed subsonic. Our 10-inch M92 PAP, which is known to be way over gas from the factory, had trouble running these without the suppressor. But once we threw the suppressor on there, we had cycling every single time. I do not have the adjustable gas piston in the M92. I may want to look into that if I do any more AK suppressor testing in the future. Like our Brown Bear subsonics, these definitely fit a specific market that someone is looking for subsonics to run out of their gun. They do cost a lot more than your typical 7.62x39, but again, like I said, they're a specialty round. They do offer not only brass case but steel as well, but at the time when I purchased these to do the silencer shot video, they didn't have any of the steel in stock. As always, I'd like to thank my Patreon supporters and you all for watching. Hopefully this video does not exceed the brand threshold safety limits for YouTube for firearms content. Until next time, Catch you at the range.